Sirius Black is back in Hogwarts and Lord Voldemort has risen again. Harry Potter. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chetna and I make book related videos on this channel. So if you love reading, make sure you subscribe to my channel. So today's video is going to be a reading vlog. So this is my very first attempt to shoot something like this. But I read the fourth book in the Harry Potter series, the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and I had so much fun. So I tried to shoot some of my reading experiences. And yeah, let me just tell you, this video is going to be full of spoilers. But I think you might have already seen the movie at least, and you might know this stuff. But yeah, just bear with me in this video while I am just blabbering about stuff. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know in the comment section below if you really enjoy this video and should I make more such videos. So yeah, let's get started with today's video. Hi guys, good morning. It is 7th of April, Wednesday, and 9 AM in the morning, and I am currently reading the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire book, the fourth book in the Harry Potter series, and it is quite amazing. I was supposed to start this book today itself, but like I couldn't resist, so I started reading last night, and I am already on page 27. So yeah, so far it is really good. I don't have any complaints about the whole series. And the previous 3 books were quite amazing, and I'm sure this will be too. So this is a quite big in the number of pages as compared to the previous 3 books, so it's going to be fun. And yes, let's read. So a quick reading update. I am currently on page number 107 right now, and a few things have happened. So Harry got a dream in which he saw Voldemort and Peter who escaped in the last part in the Prisoner of Azkaban. And after that dream, Harry's scars starts paining, so he has no clue why this is happening, and he writes a letter to Sirius Black, who is his godfather. So things are quite like interesting now. So because Harry has told his uncle Vernon that he has a godfather and he is actually a murderer, so the whole Dursley family is kind of scared of him. And yes, and after that he goes to Ron's place, to the Weasley family. Hermione also comes there, and they all together go to the Quidditch World Cup. And till now the match is also done. I just love the Weasley family so much. They are so warm and like caring, and they treat Harry as their own family member. So yeah, the plan is to read at least 200 pages by the end of the day today. So let's see. I'll keep you updated. Hi, it is 11:47 right now, and I am on my peak of excitement. So there is a Triwizard Championship which is going to be held at Hogwarts, and the Goblet of Fire decides like who are the 3 wizards who are going to be participating in this competition. And so 3 wizards from 3 schools. So but the Goblet of Fire has also selected one more wizard which is going to be taking part in this competition, and he is none other than Harry Potter. So I'm pretty much excited what happens next. So I don't think I'm gonna sleep because I'm too excited what happens next. So yeah, let's see. Hi, it is 19th of April, 1 PM right now, and I am on page 451 in the book. And till now 2 tasks are already completed in the championship, and first one was to get the golden eggs in front of the the dragons. So Harry got the Hungarian horntail dragon, and he just nailed that task. He called the firebolt by the Accio charm, and he just flied in front of the dragon and he got the egg very skillfully. And in the second task, he had to rescue his friend Ron, who was underwater from the more people. So yes, he also completed the task, and I think that without the help of the people around Harry, he would have never accomplished doing something like that, because in the first task also, the Mad-Eye Moody, the professor, he gave Harry the idea to actually use the firebolt, and of course Hermione, she helped Harry so much, to figure out what should be done with the dragons, and also with the practicing the charm as well. Of course, how can I forget Dobby? He is again in this book, and he actually gave the Gillyweed to him so that he can breathe underwater. He saved Ron, and so as a conclusion, he not only saved Ron but also one of the contestants' sister. What was her name? Fleur. And what else? Yes, Sirius Black is finally back in Hogwarts. Of course, he is still hiding from the Dementors, but he met Harry, Ron and Hermione, and they are all discussing about the unusual activities that have happened, like the mystery of the Death Eaters, then who put Harry's name in the Goblet of Fire, and yes, things like that. And currently the Mr. Crouch is into highlight right now. So yeah, let's read, and I really want to finish this book today only. So yeah, let's see, and I'll keep you updated again. Hi, it is 20th of April and 11 a.m. right now, and I finished reading the book last night, and I still cannot get over it. So the third task was when things started to get ugly. So the task was to find your way through a giant maze, and you have to pass through the monstrous creatures. And Harry and Cedric actually reached till the end, and they literally found the Triwizard, the trophy. But when they touched that trophy, they were transported into totally different place, and Lord Voldemort has risen again. I was like but things started getting pretty intense after that, and he actually transformed into a body with the help of blood, flesh and bone. So the bone was from his own father, flesh from Wormtail, Peter, and blood from Harry Potter. So this whole thing was actually planned just to get to Harry Potter. I have no words. And the most heartbreaking thing was when Voldemort killed Cedric. I was like, no, why this happened? But because he was so innocent, he had all the qualities of a pure Hufflepuff. He was so honest. He always played a fair game. In the first task, Harry helped Cedric. In the second task, he made sure he helped Harry with the finding the clue. And in the end also, he was so close to taking that trophy, because Harry was hurt. At the end, he broke his leg, but he did not. He played fair game till the end, and he said that we both should get the cup. And then Harry gave a very tough fight to Voldemort, and he managed to escape from this whole situation, and Death Eaters also were there, and like there was a total chaos, and he managed to run away from that, and taking Cedric's body to the Portkey and coming back to Hogwarts. So that was like that was too much to take into just few chapters, and now everyone is like aware that Voldemort has come back, and they have to deal the consequences, so they are like preparing for that. And yeah, so that's pretty. And yes, one more revelation, oh my god, this book. So Voldemort told Harry that he has one Death Eater who is still in Hogwarts, and he helped him to get to Harry. So he was none other than Mr. Crouch's son, Junior Barty, and he like transformed himself. He transformed himself into Professor Moody, and with the help of the Polyjuice potion, and he planned all these things, like he took care that Harry was selected as the fourth candidate in the tournament. Then he gets through all the three tasks, and he reaches that Portkey. He himself planted that Portkey over there instead of the tournament cup. Yeah, that was like too much to take, but I had fun. So yeah, now I'll just talk about some of my favorite moments from this book. First was when Ron and Harry started talking after their big fight. That moment I just felt like a relief, because they are so good friends, and they do not function properly when they are not together. So yeah, they are meant to be best friends, and they should stay together forever. The second one was the Yule Ball. Oh my god, I had so much fun reading that. I could literally picture them into their outfits and dancing and enjoying themselves, because I have seen the movie. So the moment when Ron got really jealous when Hermione went with Victor for the ball, and really liked it when Hermione told Ron that next time when there is ball, you have to ask me directly instead of keeping me as a last escort. So yeah, well done, Hermione. And the third and the most intense one was when Harry and Voldemort used the killing curses on each other, and there was a green like binding light with their from their wands, and those were connected. And moment when some people starts to emerge from Voldemort's wand, which were killed from that wand in the reverse order. So first came Cedric, then the old man, then Bertha Jorkins, and finally Harry's parents. So I literally had goosebumps at that scene. That was super intense, and the way that they all, like, Harry was totally in pain, and all five of them like helped Harry to like stay intact, and they were like encouraging him to stay there. And then his father told him to run to that Portkey, and they all five of them, they were standing there defending Voldemort at that moment. That was so intense. And then Harry ran to the Portkey, and he took Cedric's body. And when Cedric told Harry that Harry, could you please take my body to my parents? Oh my god, let's not get into it, but yeah, that was one of my favorite moments from that book. Moving on to some of my favorite characters from this book does include Harry, Ron, and Hermione, of course, and I have talked about Cedric as well before. But I want to talk about some other characters which are really important for this story. First is Dumbledore. I know that is pretty obvious, but I really liked Dumbledore's character. He's like that elderly person who you trust the most, and you know that he will protect you no matter what. And also, I really find it fascinating that because till the end of the book, things are like very messed up, and those are into bits and pieces. But when Dumbledore comes, things like starts to make sense, and he manages everything so calmly, and just like he knows like this will happen. So yeah, his character is very strong and very important. So next up is Dobby. I have mentioned this before also. I really loved Dobby's character. In the third book, his character was like very irritating, sort of in the start, but really gradually you start to love that character. Like he takes stand for himself. He is very loyal to Harry. The moment when Harry just gave him a socks, and he was so happy for that. Like, Master Harry gave me a sock, and he was like emotional. And last but not the least, and probably my favorite, is Hagrid. Hagrid's character is like just the idea of a giant man being so emotional. I just find it so adorable. So yeah, he is so faithful to Dumbledore no matter what happens. And there was one moment when he actually resigned from his post for teaching, and Dumbledore just rejected his resignation. But and he said like, "Great man, Dumbledore." I don't know. That was very small to say, but I don't know. I really connect to Hagrid's character in all the four books in which Hagrid was like included. In some point, I just cried. Yeah, let's stop right here. Already the video is getting too long, but yeah, I can go on and on, but I really need to stop right now. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You can comment, please comment down below your favorite moments or your favorite book out of the whole 7 books of Harry Potter. I would love to hear them. And if you have watched this video till the end, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and yes, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.